Welcome to the Powerful Comicsman podcast. This is Comicsman Gerald Dorado. Okay, so I'm just gonna do. As you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, I do not have that usual fancy shit that I have on screen, the mga screen capture. I'm just gonna talk about some personal thoughts that has nothing to do with what's happening around the world. Okay, and just some ramblings. This February 23, 8:10 a.m. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube, because this podcast also shows on YouTube and Facebook. If you are listening on Spotify and vice versa, the podcast's audio is available on Spotify and all other podcast platforms. Okay, so that applies to all of my episodes. So follow Comicsman on your social media of choice. Okay. Now I'm just gonna ramble a little bit. Hopefully this would not take so long because as you can see, the title of this video is it's gonna have something like almost 40. Okay, I don't know yet because I put the titles after recording and before uploading it, but it's definitely gonna have something like almost 40. Okay, so I'm I'm just fascinated by this thought of uh of being 40. Well, that's not I'm not gonna kid myself. I felt like I was 40 since I was 38 or so, mga ganun. Kasi parang ganun na rin yun eh, di ba? Parang nag-iba na yung buhay mo. It's not the way that when I was working in a studio when I was in my 20s. Iba yung trip ko. I do not have a kid pero nag-iba pa rin yung trip ko, 'di ba? I'm married. I live with my wife and still hindi kami kumbaga the lifestyle has changed drastically and the things that interest me also changed as well. And I just want to talk about uh today how how being being 40, 'di ba? Kasi if you are if you're listening, yung mga nakikinig ngayon sa Spotify, actually nagulat ako, my demographic is 18 to 22, 'di ba? So when I was 18 to 22 years old, 18 to 22 years old men, na ganun. Uh when I was that age, ano ako eh, parang being 40 seems really, actually, I would say, I would cap that as old. Doon magsisimula yung matanda. Pag 40 ka na. Di ba pa? Matanda ka na. And right now, so I had lots of parang ideas, personal, um, kumbaga, characterizations parang of a 40-year a caricature, yun na lang, that maybe that's the word. I have in my head a caricature of what a 40-year-old person is, especially a 40-year-old guy, di ba? merong merong 40 na loser, may 40 na successful, merong 40 na astig, merong na healthy, merong 40 na mataba, na sakitin, ganun. Merong hindi umabot sa 40, mga ganun. And I thought I thought there would be changes in in basically I thought you're gonna be a completely different person. Okay? And kumbaga parang you would not be able to relate to your old self. Na parang if uh if I'm gonna meet if I nung 20 years old ako, if I was gonna meet my my 40-year-old self, parang parang hindi ako. I'm not expect I wasn't expecting to meet someone who is like me. Okay? Who is me actually, who is me right now. And parang hirap gawin nitong ano na to, itong thought na to. But we're gonna try. Okay? This is a practice of articulating yourself. So if so noong ngayon, okay, so yun yung caricature ko of a 40-year-old person. But now, I still believe na now that I'm actually 40, okay? And I kasi my advantage is that I know who I was when I was 20. But when I was 20, I didn't know who I was going to be when I'm 40. Okay? So I have the luxury of hindsight, 'di ba? So I would I would say that yes, it is true that I am an entirely different person right now compared to when I was in when I was in my 20s, early 20s. But but the but what made me but what made me different is is actually the same things that added that that was added to me over the years. Okay, so it's not that you become different, that you get a new mind, 'di ba? Parang kasi and kumbaga I can still kasi I was not when I was in my 20s, feeling ko hindi ko makakatropa yung 40-year-old self ko. But now, I think we're gonna be best friends, 'di ba? 'Di ba? I think we're gonna be uh will I don't know, but hindi mo rin masabi eh. Will I resent my 40-year-old self if I meet him? Kasi I might right now, I might kung makita ko yung 20-year-old self ko, I might be parang berating, parang wag mong gawin yan, ganito dapat, ganyan. Parang so, okay, so, we're just doing thought experiments, di ba? Parang, ganun ba? Ganun ba yung gagawin ko? And if, definitely, I think I'm gonna do that. Parang, di, mas okay na ganito yung pag-isipan mo. But, would I be, parang, kumbaga parang, open ka ba na ganun? Na, will I take it well? Na parang, porket ano? Or will it scare me? Di ba? Parang knowing that what, kumbaga parang, am I too stubborn to not even believe myself, my future self? Pwede eh. Di ba? Pwede ba yun? I think it would be. Would I be, kasi parang, maybe I would think that parang okay, you did it that way, but and maybe on this part didn't work out as awesome as you thought it would. Pero if I try it, kumbaga if I tweak it a little bit, di ba parang ganyan. Pero not still not doing exactly what you're saying. Kumbaga parang iibahin mo pero hindi yung sinabi niya. Hindi yung sinabi nung nag-advise sa 'Parang Parang 'di ba parang let's say parang ang sagot kumbaga yung coach mo sinabi sa let's say multiple choice. Ang sagot mo A. Sinabi niya sa sinabi nung coach mo, hindi A ang sagot, 'di ba? B. Pero parang ikaw tatanggapin mo, okay, hindi A ang sagot. Pero hindi pa rin ako makikinig sa na B ang sagot. I'm gonna choose C, 'di ba? So parang it's uh it's acknowledging, kumbaga parang tinanggap mo na half-half, pero you're still stubborn not to listen. I don't know. But for now, ngayon, I'm gonna be 40 in a little over a month. And what I can say is, I don't know, I still feel like I am the same person when I was in my 20s. I'm a lot less I'm a lot less stupid, 'di ba? Because I don't think I'm gonna be really smart in my entire life. And what's interesting pa about this is now that I've experienced my 30s and 20s and even my teens, yung or at saka yung bata ako, 'di ba? Wow, 4 decades na akong buhay. Magfo 4 decades na akong buhay. May mamatay ako. Pero hindi naman siguro. Magfo 4 decades na akong buhay. So if I am gonna be the same the same person with a little bit more knowledge, kasi yung now I'm gonna look into the future, 'di ba? How am I gonna be when I'm 60? Kasi parang feeling mo kasi pag matanda ka parang ugod-ugod ka na, 'di ba? Hindi ka na makatayo, hindi ka na makatakbo at least. Paano magiging paano how how am how is my brain gonna function being 60? Kumbaga, is it the same feeling ko, it'll still be the same until the same kid that I was when I was in my teens, I could still relate to that. 'Di ba? When I was in my 30s, I could still relate to that. And then in my 20s, ganun din. So I suppose this is the realization that I got from this, is that tama yung yung sinabi na yung adults are just oversized kids. Kasi you'll never lose the kid in you. Whether you whether whether you had a great childhood or not, if you are alam mo yun, if you were raised as a happy kid, or or even as a broken kid, you will still be the same. You will still be the same person, the same grade 6 student, the same high school student, the same first time employee. Kumbaga, the same person when you got married, the same person when you experience success and failures, the same person when you were 40, or when you got a kid, if you have one, the same person when, I don't know, when you experience death among friends and family, at any stage in your life, you will be the same person until you die, until your last breath. But you can still as well be a new person. Ang labo, 'di ba? Parang ang meta, it's you can still you can become a new person even though you're still the same. Kasi alam mo yun, you're gonna be the same joys. I would assume now that I'm in basically nasa gitna ako ng buhay ko. Hindi ko alam kung aabot ako ng 100, 'di ba? Siguro max na yung 80. 'Di ba? Baka max 80 years old na ako eh. If I'm gonna be blessed enough to reach 80, 'di ba? I don't mind not if I don't, 'di ba? But whatever happens, it's ano eh, you're gonna be the same, new but still the same. And that's, I don't know if I'm articulating it enough, pero it's so profound, 'di ba? You become new and yet you're still the same person. And kumbaga the joys that you have, kaya nga sinasabi yung iba pag matanda bumabalik daw sa pagkabata eh, 'di ba? The same the You can experience this with nostalgia stuff whenever you see stuff from mga posts na about, let's say, your favorite cartoons when you were a kid, or yung mga toys na alam mo yun, mga nakukuha sa palengke, sa chichirya, 'di ba? Toys that you experienced, or the games that you used to play, even video games or mga tumbang preso. It's experience, it's what makes life beautiful, and it's something that we will carry for the rest of our lives. Unfortunately, it applies to the bad experiences as well, the traumatic ones. Alam mo yun, I am blessed to be not in a to be raised in a peaceful community, 'di ba? And walang violence, walang mga magnanakaw, 'di ba? I live in a subdivision right now. So at saka dito sa Manila, mostly subdivision. Actually, lahat ng natiran ko are subdivisions. So peaceful yung mga na natitirahan namin. Nanakawan kami a couple of times pero relatively okay pa rin kasi we were not really harmed. At saka wala kami nung nanakawan kami. But to others, alam mo yun, meron kang, maybe you were born in a war-torn area, 'di ba? Tapos o kaya yung violence is rampant. Let's say nasa slums ka, ganun. Or you have alam mo yun, meron kang kamag-anak na nire-rape ka. That's I'm fortunate to not be on that situation. But if you are, it's I hope you can find peace. Kasi I could not imagine carrying that. Di ko alam. I don't know what to say about that. But I hope you get peace. But for me, kasi the point of this video is I'm growing old. Okay. 'Di ba? And I'm actually excited. I've actually said plenty of times that I can't wait to be 50. Kasi I am excited to know the things that I'm gonna know I wish, kumbaga parang what I know when I'm 50, I would know by now. Di ba? Parang ganun. When I'm 60, kumbaga alam ko na kung ano yung gagawin ko, di ba? Yung, not the what's gonna happen, na parang ganito yung mangyayari, pero yung mga realization sa buhay, di ba? Hindi yung back to the future na parang nakaplot yung mga events ng ng mundo, and so I can, kumbaga parang leverage on that for myself. Hindi ganun. Yung mga parang, let's say, back back when I was in my 20s, I didn't know about money, kunyari. I didn't know about talking or communicating. I communicate much better right now when I was in uh, in my early 20s. In my early 20s, hindi ko kayang mag-podcast. Okay, hindi ko hindi ko kakayanin 'yun. Hindi ko kaya, so, 'yun, if you're gonna tell me when I was in my 20s na I'm gonna become a podcaster later on, hindi ako maniniwala, 'di ba? Kasi I thought I was a shitty talker. I had ideas for sure, pero I had zero confidence in my speaking ability. But so those are yun, but I realized later on that being able to communicate and articulate yourself properly is an important skill. And yeah, I worked on it on myself. I alam mo yun, I tried my best to be able to express complex emotions, complex thoughts, and put them in words, write them. Nung una, sinusulat ko lang. And then eventually, nung na-discover ko yung podcast, I started talking. And here I am now. So, let's not make this episode ultra long, para yung ibang thoughts I could also put in other episodes. So, I'm almost 40. I am taking care of my health right now because I'm starting to deteriorate, and let us avert, kumbaga, as you can see, I'm quite fat. So, magpapapayat tayo ng konti. I'm actually about to hit the gym after recording this. So, yun, wish me luck. Hopefully, I can I can I can post or talk about progress. Actually, nagsimula ako mga 3 weeks or almost 1 month na eh. May progress na naman. Mabot na ako ng nakaka 4.5 kilos. Almost 5 kilos na yung nalulose ko na weight. So, that's good. And we're gonna do more. And yan. I'll see you. Or maybe I'll just say this. Do not be afraid of getting old. Okay? Just siguro yun na lang yung last hora ko for today. Do not be afraid. Be, kumbaga, try to do what's good for you. Kumbaga parang mag-research ka on, kasi right now information is readily available. So it's for you to, that's your advantage, that this new generation. A lot of 20-year-olds right now, I thought I was quite or people have told me I was quite kind of smart. I've been called smart when I was in my 20s. Pero I'm sure yung mga 20-year-olds ngayon, they're probably much smarter than I was. So because of the tools that are in your disposal right now. And utilize that. Don't be afraid to take risks, but be calculated in your every move. No way. Being 40, you're gonna be the same. There's no such thing as an adult, just oversized children. Some are less stupid than the others, but we're all stupid nonetheless because nobody knows what's going on. We are pieces of meat, sentient meat, riding a rocky spaceship across the void of the universe in the cosmos. God knows where or what, kung saan papunta yan. God is a entirely different conversation. But, yun muna. Mapapahaba na naman tayo. Powerful Comicsman Podcast. Paalam.